I actually already recorded this video today, but I forgot. And now just, when going over it, I realized that there was no sound to it. So here I am doing it another time. I wanted to go today as emo over the Roger matchup. I've had some Roger games, and I've also recorded a Roger game, which you're gonna watch after, after I stop yapping about it. And they all have been very interesting. And the big thing that I've learned is, yes, you are kind of slightly unfavored going first, but I wouldn't even say it's necessarily dead unfavored, right? There's a couple of things you need to take care of, a couple of things you kind of have to pay attention to. And this is what I've learned so far. Obviously, as emo, we want to take the 7-cost stage, right? I haven't necessarily, apart from mirror, I haven't really found a matchup to take 1C stage yet. Yes, you want to take the 7C stage, doesn't matter if you go first or second. And what I'm kind of looking at is the thing with Roger is his swings become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger over time. It's a little bit like Shanks, right? Used to be. Shanks used to play like one big thing a turn, and that until he can play, until he has multiple bigger things on his board, which then at some point overrun you. But Shanks had removal. Obviously, Roger doesn't have removal, and against emo removal doesn't work in the first place anyways. So it's kind of still just this one big thing, and it's kind of just stuck there, but your board also kind of stays there. So what I have learned is, obviously, Roger is very important to sort of predict his next swing, right? So if you're going, let's say if you're going first, and he goes second, and then he has a 4-don turn, he can play bullet, right? And bullet will ramp one up, and then he can attach one and swing 6. Well, he has one attached then. He already has one attached, and he will swing 6. So you know that you can 2K out of it, right? This is just a sub 2K now, but you could also use any other 2K. So you kind of, in your head, and you're looking in your hand that, okay, he will, on 4-don, get one automatically attached to him. For 3, he'll play bullet, right? If he doesn't play bullet, it's actually okay, but he most likely is going to play bullet. And then you just sort of just 2K out of that 6K swing. And thinking ahead for that 6K swing is sort of what kind of wins you the Roger matchups. The same thing goes then ahead, on 6-don. He could play, in our case, because we don't get the Roger promo, Odin, Roger still tends to run Odin. So you'll know he'll play Odin and swing 6 again. So you may need another 2K for another swing out. So even though Roger plays these bigger things every turn, you kind of can predict his next swing and then 2K out of it. Because if the swing does get bigger, that means he played something smaller than he should. And that is always good for you, right? On the point of Odin, I have seen today Roger also play Bonkley. In both cases, you know that there's either a 5-cost character coming or Bonkley. Both can be, oops, wrong one. Both can be destroyed by Mars. And it's just, yes, they ramp, but they completely lose their turn, right? They've sort of basically ramped and just lost the card, because you can still keep swinging into it. And we'll get to the swinging part in a minute. So again, number one, you want to be predicting Roger's leader swings, right? And then he'll go like, and try to 2K out of the ones which you believe there's going to be 6. So have the 2Ks in hand for that, obviously if you do. But you're sort of looking for that. Additionally, try to get rid of his 5-don turn, right? So, because again, he will want to take second away from you. And then when he does, he'll play something for 5 basically, or the Bonkley on 4. Yes, again, if he's a little bit further, right, and he gets actually a 6-don turn off, he'll most likely play something like a Ban, right? And then you need to kind of think, okay, when do I need my Nazaro, right? Because do I get the opportunity to actually swing into him, and I don't want him to be like sideways for that. I kind of want to use the Nazaro to obviously pressure Roger, but if I get the opportunity to take a Gaban back, I will do that. And now we're coming to the pressuring point. I keep swinging into Roger, right? I do take try to take his board, but I keep swinging into him because you want to keep the pressure on, because otherwise he will put the pressure on you. And that is really important, especially at the stage where you want to be swinging every time if you leader into him, and you want to be, I also try swinging sixes. I know most of the time you want to go 5-7, but I really want to force him to use his 2Ks, right? So that's why I keep swinging sixes as I can, and as many sixes as I possibly can. Obviously, if they then become 7s and 8s with Mars, that's even better. Which is most likely not going to happen, that you're going to have that many of them, because, usually Rayleigh takes most of the time somebody. And then Roger with the leader takes the other person. But like keeping the pressure on Roger is really important. It feels a little bit like Shanks, where he does tend to brick up a little bit. So you just want to keep swinging into him, and at some point he will keep 2K'ing out of your 6K swings, and he should really take every single life probably. But he won't do that. So he'll just keep defending it out, and then at some point he'll just be running out of cards. Especially if you have like a Nazuru out, and then you play another Nazuru, and actually can take his Rayleigh for that, because he's just running out of counter. That's always like a really, really big play. Obviously be aware of him putting down 10 Roger. Most of the time you do have enough counter with, like, obviously your events, right? Most of the time you just keep all of it up, and if you get to drop your 10 costs, make sure that when you go for his life and you let him go for your life, that you keep in mind that there may be a Roger coming. So apart from that, I haven't really found too much difficulty with the matchup at the moment. And I've been obviously playing Eastern, so they do have the Roger promo, and then obviously when they do put down the Roger promo, it's a little annoying. It's not so simple anymore, because he is like a much, much bigger base lead now, and you can't just keep swinging into him very easily. Sometimes he's like I think he's always an 8K lead. I'm not 100%, but like even when he goes up to 8, it's just difficult. So yeah, that's kind of the point of it, right? We want to keep pressuring him, and we need to get him low on life. If he's really high life, when he starts dropping 10 Shankses and Rogers, I think you're just going to lose out the long game. So keep pressuring, take the board, and always think about the fact that how much are you going to count out on the next. Do you have that? And it should always be like 2K, 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 or 2K, 1K event, keep the event up, whatever it is, but just keep trying to stay high on life, because he doesn't actually get that many big swings in as you would imagine until later on, right? So for now, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll be back for tomorrow with more. Peace. I actually really wanted to play a Zoro to show you, but here we are in a Roger. I'll keep this hand. Woman. 10 cost. I'll probably play out Searcher. Actually, I can trust to see for now. Leader ability. Oh. And nothing cost. Here we go. Okay. Four. On 5, I don't think he can rest my guy. Who am I missing? I'm missing Nazuro. At the moment I could take the event and protect myself from the next swing. I do have Nazuro, never mind. I have all this. On 6, I will most likely play either Marcus or Nazuro out. And then on 8, I'll probably play another, well, one of those the other two, right? Would be on 8, 3+4. So I'm gonna take the event for now, so I can protect myself against the next swing. 2K first though. Let's swing 5. Nothing I can actually trash right now for my leader ability, because I need all of those pieces. Okay, he'll go 1, 2, OB8. Should have trashed this then. If it's not a 9, I didn't think about that he could play Bon Clay. Yes. I'm gonna just take. Oh god, hold on. We'll deploy him. Don't want to trash the event. Don't think I'll play another Marcus out. And then we can go 6, 7. 6, 6. Go 6. Go 6 again. And if he plays something, now he'll play Rayleigh. He'll turn him. He'll swing life, and I'll take 1 and let one and let go. Oh, he can't try. What is he? Oh, it has to be 5 or less. Interesting. Goodbye. 6. I just counter. So now I can play Najuro into him. Play Najuro out. Go 7, 7, and 5 into lead. Or I can pressure him out. I don't think I can actually take the. I could play the blocker. I think that'd be even better. If I just play a blocker out, I can go. Oh, he already gave up. Never mind. I don't think it looked that bad for him, but he's pretty bricked up. Go 5, 1k, 5, another 1k. 0k. Didn't look too bad for him, does it? Interesting.